So I just got the cinnamon babies put in their brooder. There were 6. And I pulled the 10 wood duck eggs. They were all pipping, except for a couple of them. So there's 9 of those that are good and 1 bad egg. So there's nobody else, no one left nesting in here. Nobody else on the nest in any pen. But there still should be a green wing nest still later in the year. And probably another cinnamon nest. I'm just giving you a little more food. I know I gave you some, but not enough for the day. This water I changed about 2 weeks ago, I think. 2.5 weeks, something like that. You can see it's still pretty clear. I mean, where they're swimming is over a foot. Where those ruddies are. Now that we're getting to the warmer weather, hopefully, eventually, it'll start keeping up even better. It takes the warm weather for this UV light to work right, and the biofilter to work right, and all that. Hopefully this year I'll add to the filter, we'll see. Finances are very tight at the moment. So every little bit of money counts in my household. I spend a lot of money on these birds every year. Hopefully, I won't go crazy spending money on this year, but we'll see. I already spent quite a bit rebuilding the pen when it collapsed. If it was just food and maintenance like that, it's not bad. But as soon as you have to do repairs or adding things, every year I usually do some. Do filter work or add to the pens or whatever it may be. I've only been doing this like 6 years. So, you know, I got a couple of years to get this pen up and running. I've got 2 summers into the filters. I just piecemeal it. So now I got to come up with some wood for some nest boxes for the ground, for the ruddies. Although I'm not sure if I should bother. Maybe they'll pick a spot in the grasses. I've left the grass long over here on the side. I've got grasses over here. I've had birds nest in those before in the other pen. But I figured leaving these long, maybe they'll just want to nest in the grass. Who knows? I know they're ground nesters. Some people have them nest on the ground with no box. Some people have a box work. So I don't know. Looks like it's another no bufflehead year. She laid 4 eggs this year. 1 got stolen out of the nest box by a hooded and destroyed. That was their last one. And 3 was in a hooded box. Or hooded, we're sharing it. But nobody sat it. So who knows? This is 2 seasons on them and still no chicks. I was optimistic. But that's the way these work. Some birds are harder to breed than others. And I'm sure I don't have the greatest setup for some birds. Cinnamon teal, yeah, they're easy. Green wing teal, they're easy-ish for me. I have low hatch rates, but they do their job fine and dandy. Last year was bad, but typically they lay a bunch of eggs and they hatch a bunch. Hooded, there's only 6 hatched this year out of probably 30 eggs. Nests they gave up on. Some I had to pull. Some were bad eggs. The cold weather early season, we lost 2 nests right off the bat. I pulled the eggs to incubate them, but nothing really happened. Then I had one give up on a nest after 2 weeks. So I only hatched 6, and 1 died in the first 3 days. It just wasn't growing like the rest. It was a runt compared to the rest. If it was easy, everybody would do it. I like my birds. I love seeing them and hanging with them, so breeding is just an icing on the cake, so to speak. I just enjoy the birds for what they are. I love watching them dive. Well, there's this week's update.